Paying the bills. A very wise piece of advice I was given soon after I was married was this: add to my lifestyle very slowly because it's hard to go backwards. Add to my lifestyle very slowly because it's hard to go backwards. And we've worked hard to stick to that principle ever since. We've worked hard to achieve this because we didn't want to go backwards. And what essentially it's saying is that don't set your living standards too high too quickly, because the seasons of life change. And, an example is when you get married, perhaps, and you shift into a house, you might have two incomes, say. And so you shift into a nice house, everything's brand new, you have high expenditure on entertainment and eating out and all these different things. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that for a minute, but what happens in a couple of years' time if you decide to have a family and you've got to drop back to one income? It's very, very difficult to go backwards in your lifestyle if you've added to it too fast, because at the end of the day, we've got to pay the bills. And in our pie chart, the paying the bills would be the 70%. And I want us to try and recommend that we keep our spending for life, for living, between 60 and 70% of our total income. Now, again, some of us will be sitting here going, my goodness, that's impossible. How do you do that? You do that over time. You do that over time by making wise decisions and choosing where you spend your money, but it is doable and it's achievable. And if it really isn't, maybe we need to look at some retraining, re-education, so we can bring more income into the environment. What's covered under this underpaying is your housing, your food, your utilities, your transport, your clothing, your entertainment. All these things come under paying. They're all costs that are going out. And it may be difficult to attain, trying to keep it within the boundaries in some seasons of life. Like, I haven't always been able to. I know when we had kids in their most expensive stages, it didn't feel that strategic. It was just survival. Can we get through this? Can we pay all the bills every month and get through? And to me, that doesn't feel strategic, but you get through those seasons. And if you keep following the rules, you set yourself up so that you can be much freer when you're in other seasons. If you're not, or if you're going to set a goal, or know the goal, or know the rules, it gives you room to break the rules if you have to. But you've got to know them first. I think the presenting 10%, the planting 10%, the protecting 10%, and the paying 10% are a good rule of thumb for us to try and apply ourselves to. One of the challenges, particularly for young people, is that many young people want to start where they see their parents today. They forget that your parents have been at it for 20 or 30 years, and it's taken them a long time to get where they're at. And maybe trying to start at that same level, as nice as it may be, is just totally unrealistic. You need to go on the journey and enjoy the journey. So I think with these numbers, you can do better than all these numbers. Where you're sitting, you might be going, Sheridyn, that's not even a challenge. Presenting 10, planting 10, protecting 10, and paying 70. We can live on 30% of our income, no problem. Fantastic, good on you. Still apply the same principles, just change the numbers. That's fantastic. Here's something for you to ponder as you go today. Where can you start now? With the 70, 10, 10, 10. Where can you start now? And what's 3 things that you can do this week to get the ball rolling to help you on your journey to financial freedom? See ya.